up? Hey guys, what's up? It's Sammy Case. Welcome back to another video. Today we are here in MLB The Show 21. We are going to start our franchise for the season, and we're going to do the Kansas City Royals. Now I know this isn't like a big, huge rebuilding team, but we'll see how they play. We're going to start in spring training because you never know how they're going to do. Obviously, all these teams, some way or another, need some sort of work. So let's take a look at the roster. So let's just break it down as we go on. So rotation, Mike Minor was a free agent signing by the Royals in the 2020 offseason after he spent 2018 and 2019 in Texas before he had been traded in 2020. He was traded to the Athletics, I believe. Didn't have the best season. And now he looks to come to Kansas City to hopefully revitalize his career. He'll be followed in the rotation by Brad Keller. Now, Brad Keller is one, in my opinion, might be an underrated pitcher in the MLB because I think he made his MLB debut 2018, and he had an amazing 2020 season, although we don't really count the 2020 season too much because, it was the 2020 season, and we all know how that turned out. He's also under team control till 2023, so that'll be something. I think I might build the rotation partially around him. Depending on how we do, we might ship Mike Minor out. I'm not 100% sure. And then this guy, Brady Singer, 77 overall, 8 potential. Once the Royals' top prospect in baseball. Made his debut last year. With the Royals, he's 24 years of age. I think he was drafted 2017, 2018, something like 2016, 2017. And so he's 77, 8 potential. He's definitely going to be the future of the rotation for sure. We're going to just add this guy to the Ford. We're going to oh, dang. So then Danny Duffy's been in the rotation for the Royals for pretty much since, not in the rotation, but he's been on the team since 2011. His numbers have been pretty solid, and he might be a piece that we move sometime in the season because he is a free agent after the season. Don't think we'd be able to get a whole lot for him, but hey, you never know. Chris Bubic, also a 2020 call for the Royals. He's got some good stuff. He's got some good stuff, 71, 8 potential. He didn't play a whole lot last season. He only played 10 games and he started all the games he played. But he's under team control till 2026, so that'll be quite something. I think he'll also be like the future of this rotation. So let's take a look at the bullpen. Probably it's going to be the number one place we're going to need work because you got Kyle Zimmer and now one guy who, for some reason, you can see the rotation's going to need a lot of work here because it's just not. Oopsies. Because it's just not that good of a rotation. So definitely we're going to try to build around that. Closing pitcher, Greg Holland, underrated. Last year was his first season. In Kansas City. Well, actually, after he spent 2010, 2015 in Kansas City. So I think, he'll be a solid closer for us. Catching wise, we got Salvador Perez. At one time, he was one of the best catchers in baseball. always put up like consistent numbers. Best season was probably 2014 when the Royals, or 2015 when the Royals won the World Series. That's definitely some. Cam Gallagher, and Salvy's still only 30, so like depending on how we do, we might keep him on our roster. We may trade him. I'm not 100% certain in that aspect. Then you got Cam Gallagher. I don't know how long he's going to be the backup for. We'll figure that out. Probably the backup for the time being. And then another guy we got here, MJ Melendez. I don't know a whole lot about him. He must be like he must have been like a draft pick or something. But 21 years old, 68 overall. It looks like he has great arm strength and accuracy, so that'll be a plus. The bat needs a little bit of work, so maybe if we bring him up, we'll see how he develops throughout the minor leagues. So then, here we are. First base, we got Carlos Santana. Now this was a huge move. Carlos Santana, former Cleveland Indian, former Philly, first season in Kansas City. He was like the Royals' big free agent signing for the 2021 season. I believe, yeah, they signed a 2-year deal. 79 overall, B potential. 34 years old. We'll probably keep him on the team throughout most of this rebuild. Just to get that veteran guy in the infield. Ryan McBroom, I've heard like, he's pretty good. He's pretty good against lefties. It looks like he's got amazing arm accuracy. 70 overall B potential. So only played. He had a pretty good season last year. He only played in 2019. He only played in 23 games, but that 293 average on base percentage could have been a little bit better. And then we got Ryan O'Hearn. I don't know what I'm going to do with him exactly. Don't know what I'm going to do with him. We'll figure out something to do with him. Then we got Nick Prado. Looks like he's another top prospect for the Royals. 62 overall, 8 potential, California. He's got a great speed. His reaction time's pretty good. Obviously, looks like he's a better defender than a better hitter. But we'll see. Again, we'll track his development. Second base, no brainer. Whit Merrifield. Great player. He can play pretty much everywhere but shortstop and catcher, it looks like. So he's 32 years old. He's been the topic of trade talks over the last few years with the Royals. Because if they're rebuilding, no one knows. He might be a potential trade piece because he's under contract till 2022, so that'll be like, give us something to work with. We'll see how he does. Great contact hitter, as you can see. And he's pretty durable. And his fielding's not too bad, definitely. Then we got Hanser Alberto backing him up. Former Ranger and former Oriole. Third baseman, Hunter Dozier. In real life, Hunter Dozier, I believe, signed a contract extension this offseason with the Royals. So he's got a pretty decent fielding. Got a really strong arm. He's 29 years old. Didn't have the best season 2019. He had quite a good year. After the trade of Mike Moustakas, in 2018 to the Brewers, he became their starting third baseman, and he kind of became that guy who was gonna kind of lead them through the rebuild. So yeah, they put the extension in here, 4 years under contract till 2024. Definitely. And this This is where it gets good. Alberto Mondesi, I believe in real life he's on the injured list. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's on the injured list. But this kid is a stud. Dude, as you can see, he's 86 overall beat potential. As you can see, he's an amazing fielder. And he got the speed, and he's one of the fastest players in the MLB, and he can steal a base just like that. Obviously, you know, like, he can bunt pretty good too. He's really good against lefties at the plate. Other than that, he needs some power, but not a whole lot. Been with the Royals. He became more of a regular, it looks like, in these 2 years. In 2018, 2019, he became more of a regular. He's only 25 too. He could still develop. Nicky Lopez, you know, he could be second baseman. Like on, let's say we give Merrifield days off. We'll put Nicky Lopez probably there because he's got great defense as well and great plate vision. I mean, I think he was a former top prospect of the Royals not too long ago. Could be mistaken on that. And this guy, oh my God, Bobby Witt Jr. Possibly going to be one of the best shortstops in baseball when he's called up. He won't be up for quite a little while because he just got drafted in 2019, so he probably won't be up until 2022. He probably won't be up until about 2023 at the earliest. But son of Bobby Witt, he is going to be a stud. 71 overall, 8 potential. He's 19 years old. As you can see, his stats kind of look kind of iffy now. He's got great speed and pretty decent fielding, but I'm just imagining these stats to go a little up over the next few years. As you can see, the Royals are pretty set on then left fielders. Andrew Benintendi going to be our everyday left fielder here for the Royals because, as you know, he was acquired by the Royals and the Red Sox in a deal with the Red Sox this past off season. It's been his first season in Kansas City in real life. 77 overall, 8 potential, only 26. As you can see, he's got great throwing accuracy, it looks like. And so he'll be our everyday center fielder, our everyday left fielder. I'm confident in his ability. I know he can do pretty well. Michael Taylor is going to be the everyday, for right now, everyday center fielder. We'll figure out what we're going to do with him from there. He was signed from the Nationals this offseason. As you can see, he's a pretty good defender. That needs some work, like when it comes to contact and power hitting, but he's a great defender. He's 30 years old, but I think it was another underrated signing for the Royals. Oh, one of my friends just came online. So I think that'll be like the major thing for him. Then Kyle Isbell. Must be another draftee by the Royals last year, and I would say because he's 22 years of age, 69 overall, 8 potential, pretty good speed. I think he'll develop eventually, like most of these other prospects. He'll become a big guy. And another guy, why is Eric Pena? So Eric Pena looks like he's 18 years old, 62 overall, 8 potential. I'm going to start him down in AA because his stats need to improve, and I don't want him starting in the MLB if he's not ready and not going to develop. So I feel like, he'll be someone who could be good one day, maybe the future in center field. Because he can also play in the outfield. He can also play anywhere else in the outfield, just like Kyle Isbell. So I feel like those two might be the future of Which just reminded me that we're gonna need a better. Like we're gonna need to, and then Jorge Soler probably is gonna be the designated hitter, like he is in real life, because he's a great hitter. If you've watched him in real life, he's an amazing hitter for the Royals. I believe he's won a gold. I believe he's won a Silver Slugger before. Fielding could be a bit better, so that's why we're probably gonna put him in the designated hitter role, and probably put Whit Merrifield has played in the outfield before, so we may platoon Soler and Merrifield between the DH and the second baseman slot. But Soler, last year under contract with the Royals, he's had a pretty good few seasons after coming to Kansas City from Chicago in 2016. So that pretty much concludes the roster. Just take a look. Let me just take a look at some free agents that are still available. So bullpen. This is pretty loaded in the bullpen. What happens if we try to so we're gonna try to add Shane Green to our rotation. We're just gonna give him like cheap 1-year contract. Our roster's currently full, so we gotta cut somebody. Let's just go designate. Sure, let's designate this. Let's remove this man from the 40-man. And that should give us enough. Like, we're not going to go full in with Shane Green. We're only going to give him a 1-year deal. I just released some. Well, I didn't release some. I removed him from the roster. Here, we'll release this guy. There. And if we want to make another move, we'll release this guy there. So now we should be able to add Shane Green. We'll add him on a 1-year, $5 million deal. So here's a player search thing. So I'm kind of excited to see where we go. Actually, before we head off, let's just mess with this a little. So the rotation's gonna be Duffy, Keller, Minor, Singer, and Bubick. I'm okay with that. I think we're obviously going to have Greg Holland in the closing role, like we will. But yeah, we definitely have to work out the kinks with the whole, and then with the whole. And this is probably going to be our lineup. As you can see, Merrifield going to probably be our everyday right fielder for right now, followed by Benintendi. Then Carl Santana going to be in the 3 spot. Jorge Soler, designated hitter. Salvador Perez will be catching, and probably Dozier. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this lineup. Although, like I said, I might swap Merrifield every now and then with Soler just to get Merrifield some playing time at second base, because you never know. So wait, depth chart. This is cool. You can actually mess with the depth chart this year. So, like I said, I'm kind of excited to see where we go with. Also, and this is showing like what our team would look like in 2025 with the guys we have on a contract if we weren't to sign anybody else. So they predict MJ Melendez is going to be 85 overall by 2025. Is that what those numbers mean? So yeah, so guys, that'll conclude it for today. If you guys like to, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I hope to see you all in the next one where we'll definitely do this. Peace.